Bup. I wanna take you for a ride. Okay, it worked this time. I'm glad to finally be live. Ba-da-ba-da-up, ba-da-ba-da-up. I wanna take you for a ride. Scooby-doo-doo-ba-doo-ba-doo-doo. I wish there was more to that song, you know? And then it has like a funky drum fill at one part. In one of the 4 loops it goes. I wish I could beatbox the drums in Take You For a Ride. I wanna take you for a ride. That's all there is to it. I wanna take. Oh. Yay! I'm live. It worked. Hello, chat. Today the plan is to play a little bit of. Let me get back to my. I can't quite see chat. I do believe I am live, but I can't quite see chat, so I might need to. My page I'm using. Okay, now it fixed itself. We're in here. What's up, Oracle? I thought I was gonna have another technical difficulty for a second, but thankfully it's not true. I wonder if I should maybe tell people I'm live when I actually go live, but that's like a lot harder to do because I post it from my phone. On Discord, when I post that I'm live, I post it from my phone. Maybe I should post it from my laptop so I can post it when I actually go live. But I don't want to at people a second time. On the TEPLORD Discord. Anyway, hello everybody! I'm gonna take you for a ride, maybe. I wanna take you for a ride. Skibidi beep beepity beep. What were you playing last night? I've been all in on some Nergigantes. This is my version of the Nergigante shell. It feels kind of obvious to me that Eddie E is a pretty good inclusion, and I kind of hadn't convinced myself of that previously, because in the previous version with just the growth cards, you only had 3. You really had to stretch to get to that 3rd tribe. And now 3 tribes is just automatically there with any of these guys. Like, everybody's a different tribe. So getting to Eddie E feels like a natural inclusion, especially with the Rainbow Devil. Getting to 5 feels like all it takes to win with Eddie E in the deck. So let's just mess around, see if we need to play any bigger of a brained version of our deck here. Or if we can just take some people for a ride. Has anybody else been playing the MVC collection? That's why I was singing the song. Cause I'm super in. I'm like learning I'm like learning a couple of scrubby characters, and it's really fun so far. I'm not very good though. Galaxy Soup, what the heck? The fastest stream snipe of all time. That's sick. That's so funny. I bet he's gonna pop up and say, wait, I didn't mean to. Or it was an awesome... Oracle, did you play AZ Green? I find that a fun deck. All the decks I'm playing today are going to be decks that I find fun. I almost was like, at that point with this meta. But it literally only took a day for me to find some stuff that I liked again. Just because I love TEPPEN that much. Ugh. Let's get this in there. A lot of sacrifice, a lot more sacrifice. Yes! Wait, Oracle, that's unbelievable. I would have never thought you the person to ever decide that Dark Destruction, or possibly Desperate Drought. What's the other DD? Dancing Dead? That seems a lot less likely. Yay! I love a good viewer battle to start the stream. Ooh, don't play another Unitown. I mean, it would have been awesome if you did. That would have been so cool. I was just like, you know, coaching. Oh, with breakaway, it's the green. I feel like he. Oh, okay. No, it is just in fact regular green. I was like, oh, it's the green purple shell, and then it's like, wait, no, that doesn't make any sense, does it? Let's go. I've never been a big Devil Breaker fan, but I think it could be fun with Lyra. And you guys can see I've been on a bit of a win streak. Get reverse sniped. I love when somebody shows up from chat and I can beat them instead of getting sniped. Thanks, Rep Z, and also I've seen your latest high score. No way, I fought you first. I know that was super funny. I felt like it was unintentional. Okay, now we got a very real match against Ramukakin. I just see this player's name a lot, so I feel like I ought to respect it. I don't want that much sacrifice. That's way too much. I feel the good luck from having played. I wasn't even trying to fight you. That's what I thought. I didn't feel like it. A stream snipe that fast could not be intentional. So that makes it really fun. That made the stakes even more intangible. Oof, okay, they're going in. Wait, now what's happening? That's crazy. That's so awesome. Yes, Repsy, I'm glad to see that. I saw 2019 is like an insane high score. The fact that, I was gonna say that you should just hold the dub, because I think you got it. This is a shorter season. Since the last season ended a day late, you gotta remember that this season started a day late. So finish is gonna be pretty low this season, and you will definitely be. Did our opponent? What's with this disconnect here? I wonder if they're gonna come back. Hopefully, because that would be quite a fraudulent win. 2019 is a pretty crazy finish, dude. You're gonna be like top 50, I think. And I'm excited to see the end of this 3-year saga. Don't think I don't pay attention to these exciting sport. Our opponent has left. I love these storylines in the community, and this has been a long ongoing storyline of you deserving this win. Like I was rooting for you last season is all I mean to say. so I'm excited to see the end of the storyline, or the big climax, that is to say. Even managed to get a win against number 1. Wow, that's awesome. Then it's deserved. You can't undercut that. What I'm saying is you can't undercut your finish here. It's pretty cool that you finally got your top 100. Exactly. There's also the point where it's like, I also have to say, I know that you, just as well as myself and many others in chat, are super addicted to the game. So hopefully your own desire to play doesn't get the better of you, because 2019 is a crazy finish. It's a deserved. If you get like. I wouldn't be able to play at 2019 if I hadn't gotten 2019 before. Especially with the feeling that this might be a lower ranking season. I think it'll be a bit lower ranking because it's a day shorter. Ooh, we got that is. Okay. Yeah, I'm feeling pretty good at 1800. I feel like I've been doing better these last couple days than I had been previously this season. This has been a pretty difficult season overall. But I feel like just in the last couple days it's opened up a bit more than it was before. Well, now it feels like there's a bit more to play than just Burn. Although Burn is obviously the deck to beat. Okay. Need one more AP.
I'll choose my own destiny. I'm gonna blow you away.
Okay, at least we got them to use a low value that. I could have thrown down a thing or two to get another +1. But I was just focused on the important line. Okay, that trades. That's very nice. Now we gotta pay attention to life total so that we can get in our Goddess Dagger. But let's... I mean, I'm feeling greedy. Nice. We're good. We're good tonight. Alright, I'll see what chat is saying in a second. I don't want to lose our first decent match of the stream. We gotta get a little bit... Okay, let's... We need more AP to kill our own guy. Let's go like this. That's fun.
Time to finish this. I'll choose my own destiny.
Bouncing her? That is annoying. That does get rid of her. There we go. That was nice. That felt good. Now we can... Okay, we lose that, but we'll go up to 15. You win some, you lose some. I made my own Devil Breaker a couple days ago to see how dumb that deck is, and I got 18 pretty easy. Devil Breaker is, you know, it requires a different approach to... It requires a different mindset. I feel like it reminds me of Big Red, where it's like, you gotta be aware that you are playing to a different game than the opponent. And, you know, don't feel bad about it. Not every deck plays the same game, and some decks are easier than others. Devil Breaker only plays on its side of the field, basically. It doesn't care what the opponent does, unless its cards get removed. Hadoken seems better in Burn versus Burn. I believe that as well, but Thirsty has told me that it is the opposite. Thirsty has told me that Dive Attack is better, and that's why the season champ, you can even see that the season champ all switched from Hadoken to Dive Attack. But personally, at my own skill level, it's the opposite. Ooh, what happens, what happens, what happens? Okay, can't get too greedy. I wasn't quite fast enough to get that last unit on there. Okay, it trades. It is what it is. We dealt with the problem. Gotta wait a second to pay attention to chat. I'm like reading chat and I should read it out loud to be a better streamer. I'm just getting distracted and you know, it's hard to get better at streaming because I only do it once a week, so practice isn't always that easy. And it's like, I should read the chat aloud. I was watching a Max Dude VOD and he like reads the chat aloud and then he responds to it if something is interesting. And I'm like, oh, duh. So they can actually follow. Kind of surprised Hadoken is working better than DA or Thunder Edge. In a vacuum, Hadoken isn't overtuned. I think it has everything to do with like... It has a lot to do with skill level, honestly. Like, Hadoken lets you outskill the opponent better, while Dive Attack requires a lot to go your way. Which I guess in a vacuum... Which I guess in effect actually makes... Dive Attack the higher skill one, it feels like, in a lot of situations. Alright, I don't think they can beat us. Look at our hand! Yeah, Hadoken deals with every win condition. Hadoken is like the anti-hero art card, I guess, is more what it is. Okay, we don't want to play that. We can play this.
Now I got you.
Alright, we'll play the big one. The costly one, I mean. And we'll play the cheap one.
I'll choose my own destiny.
I never feel dirty about playing high meta stuff, but like usually it's not what I want to play, and if it's my favorite character, then it will turn me off of it a bit. And it really depends on the deck. If it's a deck I find fun, like Burn, which I do admittedly find fun, it's why I've played it every season that it's been viable. Getting a little pressed here. Let's go for the kill. Ooh. They had an action. I wasn't ready for their action. But we still got the kill. I was ready for their action. Wow. This is a pretty good win streak. And I was mostly playing all like it wasn't all Nergigante. There was a couple of non-Nergs in there. But I was practicing with Nerg and then I was like, wait a second. This is kind of good. Goofing in point match with Coral Faith, the classics. Just decks that roll the dice of the mind, you know. That feels like a Vampire Survivors type of deck. Like, I love Vampire Survivors. I play it so much because I love rolling those dice. And that's a deck where it's like, come on, give me the big pocket. Let me see the legendary that I want. Let me see that Chun. Let me see that double walk of Chun. And when you get that, it's like, oh my god, I'm such a beast. Then you activate some Pierce Thing, and it's like, man, I'm so good. When it's like, maybe that's not what you say, but it's like, I love this deck. I love those type of vibes. Love that deck. Love gambling. We didn't need to play into that. I didn't realize it was Senku. I've been seeing more Raging Des Moines lately, so I almost thought it was Raging Demon. But obviously it wouldn't actually be that. Kinda nice. Yeah, I assumed it was Waka. I guess I shouldn't assume. It could have been some other deck, but love me some Waka decks. Let's see. Just in time. Oh, man. But we took so much damage from that early Balrog that I think we're still going to lose. I assumed it was going to stay early. No, the win streak! Wait, we didn't lose? What happened? I literally looked away out of like... I literally was like, haha, that was funny, and looked away. We didn't lose, but maybe if I'd been paying attention, I would have still been. Weird moment. Yeah, I love that like stuff like the name of that man who we lost to, Balrog. He's kind of like, you actually do have to hit his effect now rather than just being free all the time. I think that I like that. I think the hero art's in a pretty good spot, and I'm pretty happy about what they did with the cards. At the same time, though, I do think that the cards themselves are going to be relevant again. Oh, actually, no, they're not relevant. They're not rotating next season. But I think when Limited ends, these black cards are going to be pretty relevant again. It's just right now the red stuff doesn't really care about black because it's so much more efficient with recycling. Tragedy. Strategy. That's a very difficult word. I could never spell that word correctly. Just kidding. I don't even know why I said that. Kind of a weird, dumb thing to say. Let them stay hidden. They show up once in a while. It's definitely a grinder deck. I think it's just not popular because it's really slow. That's like the case with any... I immediately was like, wait, do you say that while we're facing Bringer of Nightmares? But no, not quite. Do I take this level before... Guess I shoulda. 2 tribes. Okay, we just dropped the white woman. White girl, save me. Save me, white girl. Oh no! I went for that pretty early. Quest Blackout though. I feel like I'd rather be playing Fight Against Inner Demons, and I thought about building that, and there was some reason that I know I didn't want to. Let me think about what it was. I can't think. What was the reason? It was burn. Like, come on, that doesn't seem like a very good idea this season to me. Good as the deck is, black's not that common because of what we just talked about. Even though, once again, I think those decks will become relevant again next season. But of course, that's with no regard to what's going to come out. Who knows what's going to come out? I'm excited for card reveal season, very, very much. I needed to save for my man. No, I didn't play it fast enough.
This wasn't in the script.
I see people playing lock sometimes, but if I see them playing that lock both sides of the field card, I know they're not doing it right. For 3 MP, it's not worth it anymore. But I do see some aggro lock players, and what I'm sure we all see once in a while is the good old Zero Masa playing Machine Lock, playing red-purple Machine Lock. Everybody knows that deck. Because Zero Masa has 1,000 matches, and he will never change decks. I've even seen Japanese players tweet about it where they're like, wow, it always stays the same. It's like you can set a clock to Zero Masa. He will show up playing the same deck. Schoolyard Life Gain still exists. Do not remind me. That's a deck that's the one deck that I'm like, get it out of here. Let's not talk about it. Let's not think about it. It's not one I like. It frustrates me because you win big when you draw the combo, and you kind of faff about and annoy when you don't. And then when you finally draw the combo in that situation, they have removal, so it's kind of just like, well, okay. It's just an annoying deck. Very annoying deck. Because I always lose to it, I'll admit. The second part doesn't actually happen, it's just the first part where I lose to it. We're at 6. Sacrifice, we could heal back to... Let us heal. Well, that's strange. Let's kill that actually.
Throw down your weapons and surrender.
Yeah, it's a deck that annoys me, because Jerry is the entire deck. I wish it was more balanced. If it was more balanced, I would think it was a cool deck. But I feel like the plays that you can do with that 3MP guy, Roy or whatever, and the 4MP guy, the scientist, I just don't feel like they're as worth it. They're not as exciting, they're not as fun. So it's kind of like they designed it as well as they could have, I guess.
So much power.
That's kind of annoying, actually. Just kidding. I was hyper-focusing on this one, but I had other options. Plenty of them. Alright, alright. Oh, I should deal with that.
Systems fully charged. All right.
I'm not at I should have played a sacrifice card. That's another thing that's great about this version of Change Form is that you never ever have to rely on your opponent, because you can do so much damage to yourself. It's obviously a double-edged sword, but you can always sacrifice yourself down to 20 if you need to. I bet the Yawn deck was just the Choral Orchestra stall deck, but with Yawn cards. I was looking at this, but I should have been looking at the other thing, which I was looking at really hard earlier, because it ends the game now. I love this deck because there's options and there's choices, but it's pretty easy in a certain way. Easy to win, easy to kill your opponent.
Let's get this over with.
The other thing I'd say is I bet that they had some... If I were to guesstimate, I'd say I bet that they had some Arthurs in there, because that's a great Yawn card. Because Yawn loves to ascend. So that they don't get sealed or banished. Banish works, right? Against Yawn? I almost feel like it might not. But I think it does. Just get some quick levels. Alright. Okay. And then when they bounce the next two is when I get annoyed. I'm not annoyed yet, but when they bounce the next two I will be.
What's the matter? Got you running scared?
Okay. Nice. Not in the best position. Let's play this down. Now I'm feeling good. I think counter Kyaku players. I think that they play some other... I feel like I see Kyaku play, or when it was the strongest thing, I remember seeing them with Muscular, but you wouldn't see that as much now. I see Kyaku players though. Once in a blue moon. Whatever the hell that means. Alright. I love beating this deck because it's a pretty... can be a frustrating deck, so getting past that early part of the match. It's like, yes! We're cooking out here. Let's keep going. I wanted to ask you guys, did anybody else play the MVC collection? I've been playing that and it's a lot of fun. My friends all came over and since I'd never played it before I got beat. None of us had, but they just found the better assists faster than I did, and it was a lot of fun because everybody kind of had a different approach to how they played it. We both hung out on different nights, and each person had a different competitive mindset. It was really fun because, specifically, it was really fun because I could never get these guys to play fighting games with me before. Like, even Smash Bros. Both of these guys sucked at Smash Bros, and one of them would always fall off. So traditional fighters were clearly the direction for that one guy. We've played Street Fighter in the past, and it's been pretty fun, but it was like a one-time thing. He like, kind of sucked at it. And it was like, kind of a novelty of like, yeah, these are some cool old games, right? But just the nature of Marvel, it like appeals in a way that I could not have imagined. The game's so much more fun than I thought. Like, it's just inherently fun in a way that I had not understood before playing it. Like, the way you do supers, it's just fun by default. The way that, that assists work is fun by default, even though it breaks the game, I can see. Get it on Switch Oracle. We'll play some matches in the TEPLORD Discord. And I will lose the most because I've never played it before a week ago. I got two teams. I got two teams that I rock with at the moment. Oh, we gotta go for this. My scrub team, or my high tier team, that is my scrub team. Oh no! Can't play this slow.
This wasn't in the script.
Yeah, I thought it would be really hard to get into because old fighting games are so hard to get into, but I've just, even just going into training mode has been a lot of fun, which is usually also kind of a rarity. Oh, you have to rebuy a Switch. I'm just thinking out loud. It would be fun to, I'm just having a lot of fun with the game right now, and it would be fun to play some TEPLORD battles with everybody. Of course, we should also, the Chun, yeah, it is what it is. But my two teams that I'm rocking with right now, I got Mega Man, obviously. I had Spike Launch, it's changed form. But it could have helped. I'm rocking Mega Man, Cable, who's dirty, and Sentinel, who's too hard for me. Originally it was Dr. Doom in the last slot over Sentinel, but that was way, way, way harder. I could not figure out what to do with Dr. Doom. His 8-way dash was too complicated, his combos were not easy. But with Sentinel, I can do the hyper Sentinel Force loop. I can loop the super into super. Same with its Cable. That's the easiest shit in the world. And it's really funny. So beating people just by looping super into super, I've been having a blast. But the other team I play that's like a normal team I've been messing with and trying to learn Morrigan, Gambit, and then in the last slot I'm rocking Cap and Commando. Just to kind of juice the team a little bit. I don't know if it would be even remotely better than what I'm already playing, but I've enjoyed getting beaten and not understanding the game very much, and using Mega Man to avoid learning the game. Ha ha ha, all these people who are good at the game and all I have to do is jump back. Fools! And then when I call the Sentinel assist, I can continue to jump back. Ha ha! No, just kidding, I don't always play like that. But that's like 40% of how I play. Sometimes I jump forward, and I do have a Mega Man BMB, which is like... It ends... Why'd I do that? I end with the slide, and then you hit him with the... It's just like Magic Series into slide, and then the little air thingy. Everybody knows that one. Because it's the first one you learn. Pretty bad at the game. It's so much fun, though. And my friend came over, and he came up with... His team that he came up with was Spider-Man to stun ya, to get the Rogue Super so we could get power-ups. I didn't even realize he was getting power-ups, and the whole time he was getting these cool power-ups, and I was like, wait a second. That's what was happening? That's why you were winning? And the last character he had was Sentinel, which is what convinced me to learn Sentinel. I was like, dang it, Sentinel's cool, even at a low level. I thought he was only good if you were good.
Prove to me what you're made of.
But as it turns out, he's just good. I also want to play Omega Red because he was the character I was playing with in the other games in the series. Like the other games are really fun too, you guys. I think this is like one of the most fun collections I've played. Because I'm digging like going into all these games. I want to mess around with each of them. Marvel Superheroes is like the most creative one with like how you can Infinity Stones and stuff. What a quirky game. I feel like it should be talked about more. Because I never even like knew that Marvel Superheroes had cool mechanics and stuff. Strider, I would love to learn Strider. He seems like a stronger version of Mega Man. If I were to just like ditch Mega Man and learn Strider instead, then I could be like actually playing proactive as well. And Strider doesn't seem too difficult. So far, the only character where I've been like, it's too hard, was Doom. I couldn't get his combos to come out easily. The air, the quarter circle back, the half circle back in the air was just like not consistent for me, which is embarrassing to say. But I can Tiger Knee a quarter circle, so I can play Cable. But I was not consistent enough at Doom's specials to play him, was honestly how I was feeling. And when I saw how fast you have to do them to like set up some of those combos, it's like, nah, I need to play somebody different. Like I should look into Felicia. I haven't like explored her yet. But my low tier team that I've been working on is Morrigan Gambit, and then trying to think of a third low tier to put on the team. So far it's Cap Commando to cheese people. But Morrigan's Gambit's cool because I can combo into Darkness Illusion, and that makes me go like, whoa, Teppen. That's just like what I do in Teppen. But I haven't in a long time because it's bad. But that's why I wanted to play Morrigan, because of Teppen. And I've always wanted to play her in a fighting game, because it's such a peak design. Yeah, this is a fine hand. It gets some levels going. CEM, I wonder what flavor. There's so many different CEMs out there. Dan, that's worse than low tier. I'm looking for like good recommendations for my team, Repsy. Like I want to make this is what I thought they'd be playing. I thought I said I wanted to make the team good. I wanted to make a good low tier team. And I'm not like remotely good enough at the game to play Dan. Maybe once I've like got like 30 hours in, I might play that. Marrow, Iceman, Gambit. Gambit, oh, I thought you had played it. I was hoping that some people in chat would have like the knowledge for me. Gambit's really fun. He can like set people up, and he's got good runaway, and he can like teleport to the other side of the screen in like multiple ways with his super and with his cross up. He's super sick. He has a great assist, which is the most important thing. I don't know. I don't know the game well enough to talk in depth about it, but the one thing that I have thought in my little time touching the game is that it kind of reminds, like, the Jin. He's a solid anchor. I'll look into Jin. That's actually a great recommendation. Heck yeah. Alright, let's focus for a second. The one thing that I feel about the game, the way that you like team build is super interesting, but the over-consolidating nature of it, ooh, I didn't see that. The hyper-focused nature of the top-tier meta, a lot of people compare it to, like, I don't know what people do compare it to. They compare it to Marvel vs. Capcom 2, or to other old fighting games. But what it reminds me of is Pokemon Gen 1 Overused, where it's like there are 3 characters in Pokemon Gen 1 Overused that really the meta focuses around, and that they are the high skill characters in the meta that you should be playing to get better at the game. Where it's like if you're not playing these characters, you're actually playing a different game. And it the difference is that Pokemon actually does stratify it into different games, where there's Overused, which is the meta that's built around these 3 characters and getting the most out of them. And then there's the rest of the game, which is Underused, which isn't very popular in Gen 1. So it kind of makes you wonder, why doesn't... I guess Ratio works in a similar way, but why doesn't MVC just do like a... I guess low tier teams is the same. Not quite. It's not Alakazam, it's Chansey.
Throw down your weapons and surrender.
Alakazam is 5th. Alakazam is 5th or 6th best. You do not need Alakazam on your team by any stretch of the imagination. He's only okay. I mean, he's great, but you don't need Alakazam. I've never run an Alakazam team. I always run a Legend of Zelda themed team. So for a while I was committed, so I need a yellow character for Link. Or I guess I could get a green character, but I've always gone with a yellow character for him to be blonde, and then Chansey is Zelda. It just makes it more fun. Point system, ratios. I should look into ratios. Because the next team I want to learn after I finish my 2 teams I talked about, after Rhydon's nice. Rhydon's on my team right now. Rhydon's a great counter. Rhydon's a big part of why the Gen 1 is fun. It's getting good at using Rhydon. Getting those Rhydon switches to hold the... Like, switching into Rhydon on sleep is pretty good, because then you can switch every time they go for Hyper Beam into something. You can soak more stuff. Rhydon's nice. I love Rhydon. Let's think. But the next team I want to learn is something with BB Hood Juggernaut. It seems funny. Although that is also a rude team. Okay. We gotta progress the match in some way. We aren't drawing our levels. Ooh, okay. But I would always have Jolteon on my team to be my Link, to go with Zelda, which is Chansey. He's a good revenge killer, so if Chansey ever died, then Link would come out and avenge her. It felt really fun. We are at very low leveled up count. This is not going to work out. But we do have... Maybe it will. Maybe it'll be fine. You prefer Nerg over Felicia? I think the Felicia's so cute. I would... Unless I got the colorful Nerg, I would continue to play Felicia. They're really protecting this little adorable robot. Honestly, they must be protected at all costs, but you gotta know when to stop. You gotta know when to let it go. This guy's pretty scary. Very scary. Big punchy monster. He eat the field, then he eat you! Like that one line from that movie that everybody likes. They're eating her! And they're gonna eat me! Oh my god! Does anybody know that movie anymore? Or was that like an early 2000s? Does anybody still know Troll 2? Nerg just sucks! Guys, doing something that was Charge Shot, wasn't it? You're so bad at picking. Unless I'm wrong. I thought that was Charge Shot.
You'll make a nice test subject.
Tried Big Red only for my bite to get Valvold. I love to hear about some justice being dispensed. Just kidding, but Big Red's a pretty dirty... Big Red is pretty... scummy. It's a bit of a casino deck, like what I was talking about with Vampire Survivors, actually, was what I was talking about. But with the Waka deck, it's very casino. Ugh. That's... Oh, I thought they ascended a second one. I didn't see this guy here. My hand was covering it. Whoa! Yeah, I thought it was Charge Shot.
Is that all you have?
Rebsy, you're saying all types of crazy things tonight. Oh yeah, I'm not saying the deck isn't sick, it's just a casino deck. It's just kind of... It's a deck that plays on its side of the field only. It's kind of like what we were talking about with Devil Breaker, actually. where it's like it's gonna win. And it's not quite as bad as Devil Breaker. It has more honesty somehow than Devil Breaker. But it's not a knock against the deck. I find it a pretty cool deck. I'm just thinking out loud. It is quite a... Can't believe this mad lad's playing Ouroboros. Ouroboros is great for destroying cards. I mean, it makes sense to me. That's why he's activated. He hasn't activated at all. Thank you, Thirsty. That's a good comment. Ooh, we've sacrificed a ton, which means we haven't taken much damage. I was thinking about playing this down, but I don't want to get too greedy. Got to actually play smart at some point.
Mere distractions are for taking down.
Alright, got Copy X at the ready. That should be a good way to help us seal out the game. Nice. Big value. Now we're probably not able to Raymarsh. Okay, I didn't play that ending well. I got lucky at the end there. That could have gone worse at the end, but this deck is strong. I think this is a pretty good black deck. It's not better than Despair, but it's pretty dang good. I'm a big fan. TD's very popular, but I don't really understand why. Damn, Bringer Nightmare sucks. I know, it's been a while since we've seen him. I like that. I like that, Z. It's like you chimed in, pointing out the hero art to just to prove that you are paying attention now. You gotta point out the hero art to get it right for once. That's how I see that message. I'm just joking, but I love trolling my chat back when they when they hang out. Make Uro great again. I don't know about that one. I might like not vote for you, Owaito. Normally you're like a very votable like candidate. But if that's your platform, then yeah. Not electable. An unelectable stance. No. I'm glad we're all coming together though. In these TEPPEN elections there will be unity, I can see. Just not under Owaito. Alright, our only hope is to slam down this Copy X in the middle lane. Don't go middle lane, okay. Hooray!
Got you.
Make Sekia better, that would be awesome. Sekia is so cool. Uro, I wish there was a way to make it cool. I mean, it's gotta be about big units. I love those types of decks in other games. And I've liked Uro in the past. I really liked the Yami version of Uro that could summon just a bunch of boss monsters and go casino. We're talking about casino decks a lot tonight, for some reason. Because they're popular, I suppose. Dirty. That was nice. Oh, I thought that was just the 1 MP one. If it's 2 MP one, I'm not as impressed. Seki the least used? It's less used than Devil Trigger. I don't know about the least used, but probably up there, yeah. We're still only at 2. Ah.
I'm gonna blow you away.
Yeah, we opened really bad. I tried to play through it, but yeah, Darkness Illusion is way less played. There's let's thank you, Galaxy Soup. Some sanity in chat. No, I think we need another. Has a lot to do with the cards that are making it strong. These are cards that were explicitly at the time designed for Fight Against Inner Demons, and were historically the strongest thing in the format because of Fight Against Inner Demons, when Fight Against Inner Demons was weaker. So the buff versions of these cards with the buff versions of Fight Against Inner Demons, it only makes sense that they would be strong. No, I see Wrath of Roken once in a while. Wrath of Roken shows up, but Sekia only shows up for copers, like myself. Damn, we're getting blasted on every interaction. YouTube is not receiving enough video. How do I send more video? That's never been a problem before. Apologies if the quality is going down, everybody. Well, we lost this one. Fate is kinda good because of Kugo. Kinda good is an understatement. It's one of the top 3 decks. Behind Hado and Dive Attack. It's the... I saw a tier list from... I always talk about Horacio just because he posts a lot of content on his Twitter about TEPPEN, but he's also a very solid player who has a good understanding of the Japanese side of the community and boils it down in a good way. Okay, looks like the quality thing is fixed. His tier list had the 2 Dive Attack, had the 2 Baron decks as tier 1, and then tier 2 was like Fade, Despair, Dive Attack. I mean, not Dive Attack, Devil Breaker. I think there was one more. I don't remember what it was. It was not Bringer of Nightmares. Bringer of Nightmares was in tier 3. Should have shuffled this, but I was trying to read chat. I should have waited a second to get caught up on chat. It's only good because the DOW cards aren't counting the power. How much? 3 life per unit destroyed? Yeah, I just say what's on my mind, Thirsty. Wrath of Roken being for... The deck I said being for Copers doesn't mean it's not as popular. Can agree, fellow Wrath of Oaken Coker here. Plunderblade exists, but those are people who would go to the blood drive to mix Kool-Aid in with a negative. Should have reacted to this card I drew. I was just committed to going for the 1-2. How do I argue that Fate is not top 3 decks because the top 2 decks are such awful matchups for it? I guess that makes sense. I don't remember if Horacio specifically had it at the top 3, but it's one of the decks that are relevant, even if far less relevant than the top decks. Oh, barf. I'm playing this match kind of bad.
Calm today, like a lull in the wind.
Burn won't be an issue once DON leaves, by the way. I agree. But I think that Burn will still, in the end, suffer for its sins of its power level. Which is to say, I think Charlie's probably going to be nerfed when nerfs come around. Even though I was myself a Charlie defender at one time. Yeah.
This is coming.
Yeah, Burn is a problem this meta. It's like... I almost am like, I wonder if they didn't realize how good it would be, but that would be like a bit embarrassing, wouldn't it? Surely they knew that they were releasing it to be the best deck, but because it's not like a wildly original build that people are playing either. It's the cards they buffed. Ostrich and Spider. I don't know about Spider. Spider, I mean, in a vacuum, yeah. We've had this discussion in the past. They are. Last season they were better, but at the moment Charlie is way stronger than any of those cards. Oops, I needed to buff him to make him big enough. I didn't realize that. Yep, Thirsty backing me up. Charlie's the much better card in this season, even though we've talked about in the past how Ostrich was a better card, and Charlie was a bit of a comeback mechanic. This season, Charlie's a much different card. Charlie's a central game plan. Yeah, Spider's the one that actually requires setup. There's so many times that I see people go for a high MP Spider because they need to. Charlie's way too cheap, he combos too easily. Yeah, you shouldn't be able to get a follow-up after him as easily. He should cost 1 more, so you have to pay 10 MP to have a follow-up. Well, I guess you could still follow up with What's-Your-Face, but he should cost more. Maybe he should not kill the whole field, maybe just like 2 things, 1 or 2 things. And then leave him the same. He could kill 1 thing and leave him the same, maybe. Alright, gotta really focus on getting our levels this game. We cannot afford not to get them. No, there can Galaxy Soup. 7 cost 1/6 with a shield. There can be no compromises. We must actually nerf the card. We must not be afraid to nerf the card and make it fair. I guess they have had a tendency of doing that in the past where they would give a card some sort of buff while they adjust it, but I really would prefer they didn't. And no sacrifice in hand, that's kind of unfortunate. Oh.
Pure energy becomes pure strength.
That doesn't give it up to 3. Oh, it does. I'm like thinking, do I want to play another unit? I kind of do. Oh, what do I do now?
You'll only hurt yourself.
I had to block too early.
Systems fully charged. Pure energy becomes pure strength.
Red has tools to deal with high HP units. They have tools. They literally have tools, and that's the designed weakness of the color. They literally have tools. Since when is absolute 0 red not enough? Only because he's been power crept and doesn't fit in this one deck. That's why. He's still more than strong enough to be the tool that the deck needs. Still still about on par with the Brainwash. Yeah, I think Charlie could go up to 7 and basically be left the same. That would be a good nerf. Just so it's slower to get to him.
Would you care to sleep next to me?
If he had more stats, though, I would be like, what are they doing? I would actually be kind of baffled. But it is the right direction. I don't think capping the removal does anything, making it like a maximum of 6. That doesn't do anything. Oh, the other thing I was thinking was you could make it burn 9, and then leave the effect exactly the same. Or burn 8. That kind of balances him. Burn 8 would be like a little free still, but it'd be like, okay, I get it. Yep, I agree that it'll be fine next month, but I'm just thinking that it's pretty likely that they will adjust the card regardless. Cody's obviously fine. The only card that would be, I think, possibly adjusted is Charlie. I guess it's possible that Cody could be a ticking time bomb with stuff that they print in the future if they print something as strong as Momo, but that doesn't seem super likely. Because the problem is that we got back one of the strongest cards of all time. And not that Cody suddenly became the strongest card of all time, because he's not quite that good. He's good, but he's not Momo good. He's good because he summons Momo. And when you get Luna at the same time, you win. When you get Momo Luna, you win.
Come on, hero.
We haven't seen too much Momo tonight, surprisingly. They took away our 1 MP Batman. I'm thinking about Marvel now, because I'm excited to play it more later.
Nothingness is coming.
This meta proves that Burn needs that consistently flaw, because without it, it's too dominating. That's impossible to disagree with.
Come on, hero.
Ooh. I think I'm attacking second, unfortunately. Like, it's clearly not how they designed the deck. It's supposed to have a setup phase, and when you can just ignore the setup phase, the cards are too good. Like, Charlie has a card that you just assume that you have as an afterthought to a deck that's already good. It's like, yeah, that's not what they intended. Oops. Doesn't gain HP before. Wait, was there multiple Jujus? I thought it would have gained HP. Okay, let's start using Hero Art. I haven't been using it.
The river is calm today.
Yep, Rep C, that is going to be the case, and people will stop complaining about it because it will be a fair deck again, most likely. One can assume. This is such a hard matchup, honestly. But I could have been hero arting a lot more.
The river is calm today.
Oh, well.
Lull in the wind.
Let's see if we can summon Copy X and see the boy in action one last time. Hooray! Right now, Burn is just Unga slap cards and get results because it doesn't have awkwardness. Yeah, I don't think Burn will get stuck. It just will have worse summons than Luna Momo. It's gonna be a lot worse. And I don't think people are gonna be as interested in playing it. Depending on what comes out next season. It's always... Like, right now, Burn is the new hotness. It's the strongest thing that's been printed in Standard. Other than possibly Ascend is the other thing that you could consider. Apparently, some people are... And Red Frenzy, but Burn is just the strongest shell. And we're likely to get a new Strong Shell next season. Freaking Red Frenzy's leaving. That's gonna suck for Red. That's one of their relevant decks. And let's think. What's the... Wait, is Red Frenzy's not leaving next season? No, it is. Oh my gosh. They'll still have coordination. That's not that good. That's the TB8 deck. I was trying to think what the TB8 deck was. Yeah, okay, so I guess you're right. It's not summoning them, it's more specifically the existence of them allowing you to play easy opening hands that don't require any setup. You can just play out a Luna and win a lot of matchups. Oh, oops. That was really greedy anyway. Yeah, okay, I kind of predicted what your next message was. Only 2 tribes. No. No. Only 1 level up. Barf.
This wasn't in the script.
So Thirsty, the more that you talk about it, the more I get the feeling that this could be a problem in the future. Like if I mean, I guess with the new reduced rotation, hopefully they'll do a good job of designing around it, but depending on what we see next season, hopefully we don't see 4 and 5 cost humans that are good without being played from hand.
Is fighting the only answer?
Because the second we see one, it's like Burn might be able to play the same way it does now. Obviously, they won't get anything quite... Oh, I shouldn't have shuffled that. It was a really good hand. It's unlikely Burn will get anything quite as perfect for it as Darius and Luna and Momo. But, you know, I could get stuff that fills a similar position. I think it's likely that they kind of have the deck design... They have... Assuming that they design more than one set at a time and intend for sets to synergize... I bet that they plan for there to be a little bit more cards to use with it. Maybe not next season, but I bet there's cards coming for that deck. Seal?
Throw down your weapons and surrender.
Okay, I can't afford to block that. Burn's power level from this point on will just fluctuate based on what releases in the next year. I agree. I think it's kind of like we saw... I kind of had assumed that the same thing would happen to Growth, but they never really released any good Growth cards.
You'll only hurt yourself.
Okay.
Systems fully
I can deal with that
charged.
pretty easy. I just need to take 1. Can't forget to take 1.
Give me strength. Gaia armor. Throw down your weapons and surrender.
Alright, get out of here with that nonsense. Tribes isn't gonna beat Black Change Form. I love the shift from like Coral Stall's kind of actually trash compared to Burn to like, wait a second, I'm not about to defend Stall. Install is based in red pill. Just kidding, I don't know why I said that. Which is to say, it's the worst thing imaginable. Alright, this is kind of a fun play to go for. Just lord it over their head, just the threat, and you can't do anything about it. Coral's a very difficult deck. You have to get every block right, and you have to do pretty well in the mid game with actually making strong plays using Chosuke, Hyoda, Losuke, the guy with a shield who gets big. You gotta be pretty good with that card. Oh, it's already past an hour. We've played more Change Form than I thought. Maybe we should play a different deck soon. Because the intention is to play at least one other deck, but I think this deck is pretty fun. I like playing it, that's why. And it's good. I did my one big brain vomit of the stream earlier. It was my MVC2 rant. I don't know if I have much more to say about it until I play more. But I'm excited to play more. It's a really fun game. I'm trying to think of what team I want to learn next other than baybeh Juggernaut. Why do you want to nerf Fun? I want them to nerf Charlie Nash because I think he's a little. He could be a little over centralizing for green, and he's a bit of a red flag we've seen from this meta. He's a bit of a danger card. Other stuff I generally purport not nerfing, and usually will defend cards generally, but what's going on here? Why'd they wait so long for that? That was pretty weird. A little unnecessary, I think. What if they just added like a minute to the timer one day? That would be pretty crazy. I forgot how annoying DWP was. That's like the most classic, like, complained deck there is. There's no more. I guess Ouroboros is the classic complained deck, but DWP is the second one in my opinion. Those are like the two complained decks of all time. Yeah, this is a good way to trade. It's early game bringer that always lost second block, but they waited like 3 full MP to do it. I play Brain a lot, and even I, a Ryu player, think Charlie needs to cost 7. Good, hopefully they do change it. Hopefully the lack of defenders will push them to make the right choice. What do I do from here? Ooh, alright. Decisions got easier. Step down, 1 copy. Previously I'd been like, I should play like 3 of this. And that was a really dumb thing to consider. The battleship destroy, a moment madam, the one that looks for corrosion, and that one legendary destroy. There's a point where it's like they're just a hateful person.
Here's a little gift.
Alright, alright. Yeah, I'm looking for the opportunity to go for this, but I see other opportunities to go for cheaper things, so it's hard to make myself go for it.
You think you can stand against a god?
That's unfortunate. That. Why am I not using the buns? I literally wasn't thinking about it. Literally didn't occur to me that they could be useful. I was ignoring that part of the game screen.
A little gift.
You don't want none, keep the buns full of buns, hun. Now I feel like I've done a disservice to Buster. I mean, not Buster Rhymes. Sir Mix-a-Lot, perhaps?
Is that all you have?
I don't think I can win this. They still got that one dude in pocket. Okay, I'll use one. Oh, buns on Devlet. I'll keep an eye out for good bun plays next time I'm against a bringer.
Here's a little gift.
If only I could gain more life with this, but alas, it only does the opposite.
Is that all you have?
I think that's the end of the game.
Your struggles are futile.
Oh, wait. Wait! I only need my pocket very, very occasionally.
You're ready to play.
Okay, we're still in this, but we're playing from way behind. But we played through their best card, so that's something.
Here's a little gift.
Let's see. What now? We will block. I did mill some units, oops.
Preparations complete.
Oh no! I started reading chat, and that's always a bad thing to do. Chat is always a horrible, misleading mistress of death. Okay, I'll work on my Bringer of Nightmare plays. I am a student of Mr. Mix. This is like a sick, like, samurai line. I am a student of Mr. Mix-a-Lot and Mr. Rhymes, but Busta ain't no mix. The blue buns. Sorry, chat. I don't mean to leave you with blue buns. That's harsh. I would never do that as a streamer if I didn't do it by accident. Should have maybe kept that hand. This hand is okay. That's what we're not calling. Oh, okay. That's what we're now calling it. That's perfect. Okay. That is enough to get to... Well, assuming something dies. Okay. Oh no! And she's very dangerous.
I'm the one with power. Say your prayers.
Okay, that was... Can't be blue bunning us. I promise it won't happen again, chat. I didn't even know it was like a faux pas until now. But now I do. So we can establish this etiquette as a community. It's established. It won't happen again. TEPPEN etiquette has been taught. I've learned it. You'd think I would know, but since I've been playing the whole time that's card's been around, but I just didn't. It never occurred to me that blue bunning is just not cool. So let's try to leave it behind us. And get some dubs. I've been on a lose streak there. I'm dropping rank because I'm sort of zoning out. So let's try and focus up here. We got a good hand. for what our opponent usually does. Probably gonna go Rebecca, Golem Tipo. But that could change depending on what we draw at the time.
Now I've got you.
The power of buns is being revealed to me. It's another potential level is why I went for it. Ooh, and it trades with D-Ace.
Time to finish
I'm
this.
glad
I'm
that...
gonna blow you away.
Rep Z, please don't. And you also risk matching against somebody who's not me. Holding you to your word. Oops, that's not what I meant to drag.
Surrender now.
Fard. Yeah, I know you're stunned in silence because it's not what I meant to drag.
Now I've got you.
It wasn't a bait or anything. It's just not what I meant to drag. Womp womp.
I'll choose my own destiny.
I'm gonna take you for a ride. Just trying to distract you guys with the song. Gonna take you for a ride. It's coming up. No. Okay, that's the end of for this match. Holy cow. Sometimes when you see that lose pose, it really like hits you and you realize just how crazy it is. Dang, I was at 18 earlier with this same deck. Let's try to get one win and then we'll switch to another deck for the remainder here. We'll probably go for that 2-hour mark to end stream like we usually do. And I think that's what I'll leave you guys with, another 40 minutes of Stram. This deck won't be as strong once DOW leaves, that's for sure. But this deck is like rotating soon, right? It's not, this is the 3ME, no, this is not the 3ME deck. It just plays Golem, which is, I believe was a 3ME card? I could be wrong. No, it wasn't. It was from AZ. Confusing myself. But this is a deck that I've greatly enjoyed following the ups and downs of what it gets and loses every season. Oh. Alright, you were counting on Momo to level up there? You were wrong. Alright, we're cooking him. We're actually kind of cooking him right now. Why not? That was weird, but yeah, I like that play. That was a tasty play. I really liked it. Oh, this deck won't be Fade. Yeah, Fade is gone. That deck is a DOW deck. It's like 100% DOW cards. The entire deck is gone. Oh, that doesn't stop the top lane. No, it does. It doesn't stop the X lane. The X Express, baby. All aboard. Alright. Got my mojo back. Let's see what else we have to play. We could play a little bit of Devil Breaker a little later, but I wanted to... I've been having some fun with this. This is a little bit of cope. It's not the strongest thing, but I wanted to play some green. So we are playing a deck that is focused around Gloria and many other MP units to eventually get us. Ideally, if we open Princess, we just win by default. Yes, but he did beat him in X3 or whatever, or X4, X2 or 3, but certainly not Copy X. We're being clickbaited, no!
I can do this, Zero.
I was ready for this moment. I showed up to the Ain stream and it was very, very well not clickbaited. There was like very few moments of clickbait in the Ain streams. So I gotta commend him for that. Don't tell Copy X he is an X. What's he gonna do, stutter about it? And then explode? The answer is yes. Oh, I feel good about this opening hand. We drew Hero Sword. Big MP. I wish Pekko had MP boost. If he was a modern card, you bet he would. Oh.
Oh yeah. Watch this.
I could have been a bit faster maybe with my Guardian.
My turn now.
Okay, on which lane? On that lane? Reset her to 2-7 to 3-8. It's not very good, but it's something. No! Sick and tired of Hero Sword. It's the most broken card ever. One of the top 5 cards they've ever printed. Period.
My turn now.
Not open to debate on this subject. The Snoot got booped! Massively.
Bingo.
Let's just, I don't know what I'm doing. Losing this one. We'll try and get one win with this one. Hop over to something else maybe. What would be a good final? Was there a good final deck? Maybe, maybe not.
I can't keep this up.
With power.
Yeah, I think they assumed that a lot of these older cards would be stronger. Like, Armorbot, it's weird. It's a little questionable, Armorbot. Especially like the other ones, like Bunyan, kind of. I think that if anything, it might be because in their R&D it was strong, because they're not as good at the game as we are, and they're like, yeah, green is plenty strong. Bunyan was the shit back in the day. That was a top tier card. Thirsty was one of the innovators of that deck, as far as I remember it. And there was some other growth stuff that made it work, though.
Do this, Zero.
Like a growth card that gave health to everything, if I remember correctly. We don't have anything like that. Pekko especially should have got a buff. But they don't add effects to things. I don't know, weird way to start. Just feels decent. Wow, she leveled up. That was pretty good.
Okay, I'll do it. I need your help.
Yeah, I really wish that he gave charge earlier. He's just a cool card, but unfortunately maybe not good enough. I'm running him in my current AZ machines as well, just for fun.
Please, somebody help me. Wait, Colonel?
Well, that's not the worst thing, but he's gonna eat combo, and Shield Spire makes that not the worst thing at all, actually. Let me drink some water. I'm feeling myself get a little tired. Unfortunate. Well, that's not very good at all. We'll just try things. This is a deck of cards. It's good at just like doing things when you activate cards at random. Maybe not, I don't know what I'm talking about. We'll stay in this, we're still That was a big loss.
Forgive me.
Oh no, we're gonna... When we get to 16, that's when stream ends, unfortunately. Hopefully it doesn't... Hopefully I can drag it out for 30 more minutes. That was the first try with this deck, I think. It went very badly.
If we fight, then one of
This
us-
deck's a better matchup.
I'll give you 5 minutes.
So I think this time we can... Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Let's take the free win. That's what this deck is all about. I put the nanas in here to get the free wins. This is one of the things that green is best at. If you want to have like a 40% win rate, you can easily just play Beautiful 8 Princess and 3 Nana, 3 Foolproof in any deck and just win like 30% of the time when you draw them. We like probably win now. I gave up.
We did it. Is everyone okay?
Why didn't it kill her? Oh, because she's 1 MP. Because she's 3 MP and it kills... No, it should have killed her, right? I don't know why that didn't kill her, but it was awesome. That was a great win for us. That's the exact momentum we needed. He played the wrong order! No! I do that sometimes. I straight up do that sometimes, and that was super worth the surrender. Oof. When you have the counterplay and you're just not good enough to play the counter right, that hurts. I don't know about this hand. It's kind of awkward. Should have kept it. Although... Okay, maybe 3 of this is too many. But I'd been playing, I think I'd been playing Wild Sparring Session before, and it was only okay.
Prepare yourself.
I do it, right? I mean, I do it, yeah. Yeah, I think Juju Dharma was definitely more over-centralizing for standard than they anticipated for black.
We can win this.
It's not over yet. I'm just getting started.
Cool. Holy freaking cool. Well, okay, part of the design was intentional, but I do think that they underestimated just how over-centralizing it would be is really what it comes down to. The fact that she's repeatable is intentional. For sure. But I think it has gotten out of hand and they didn't realize how much people would abuse it. And they thought people would move on at a certain point, I think, to other stuff that is similarly strong. Wow.
I'm just getting started.
That was the god hand, apparently.
Is everyone okay?
Yeah, the card is just too good at doing what black does. The revive was the start of bad things to come. That hand was awesome. So what do we swap the third Guardian's Doubts for? I don't think we need any more units. Maybe we could run a feline. Maybe something other than this. That was such a great win. Let's hop on to macaroni. That's not what this deck is. Like the Baron units, they're highly statted for their MP cost because they have the downside of removing units. Personally, at the time when the cards came out, I thought that they were understated. I thought they were overstated because they were pushing power creep as an intentional piece of game design. But as we can now see, it really is, Baron is the exception. Cards like Ben Bertolucci are the exception. While the other similarly overstated cards are actually bad. Because there was another overstated card in black that's like it discards a card. And it's terrible. It's not worth playing. But you almost want to because it has good stats like Ben. And they wasted the good stats card on a card that's unplayable. There clearly was like an intentional experiment, I think, with overpowered cards in the last set, but they were not all created equal, of course. Dang. Wait, why'd I even go for that? What a stupid play. Powerful. I need to pay attention more to what my opponent's up to. I'm just thinking about other stuff. I'm just fucking around. And also somewhat finding out. I want to rock right now. I don't know why that popped into my head. I want to rock right now. It's not even a very good song. Or at least one that I like, personally. I wanna rock right now. Seems like what Rajang would be bopping to as he runs people down. Just no thought in his mind, really. Oh yeah.
Your energy becomes pure strength.
That was a tasty pop. That was a great way to win. That was fun.
It's up to me to find my true
Yeah, it's not unreasonable to feel that way, Thirsty. I feel like all of us are kind of feeling the burn fatigue, with it being cut and away the best deck. Yeah, he synergizes too good with Momo. He's just the big stats are too good to buff up, to trigger Momo, to banish Momo. He's perfectly designed to do what the deck does, and since the deck is the top deck, he feels too strong. But I do also stand by that he's clearly over. I'm burping for some reason. It's because of all this beer I'm drinking. I don't drink actually. I drink very, very rarely with my friends, and only like one drink because it makes me loopy. I can't drink more than one drink. I'm a little drink baby. And I would definitely never stream myself drinking, unlike my peers, who have made a career out of just that. Fun start. Big numbers. Big numbers. No! Wait. Haha! So many times I would not even... Why'd they do that? Heck to the yes. Wow, it got the one they needed it to. That's really lucky. They give up though. Yeah! I love this deck
It's up to me
so
to
much.
find my true purpose.
It only has 3 months left in Standard, though. So I must play it to the excess that I always was going to. I mean, Paul is cool. I love a modular card. Modular cards are cool. That's why I've always liked Invasion. There've been people who give it a bad rap, but I've never understood why. It's a very well designed mechanic. Because modular cards rock. Some of the early invasions were weak, but the ones that were good, I guess that's why it got a bad rap, because there was only one good invasion and it was one that was really toxic and poorly designed. The 5-cost Invasion 5 that only had an upside when invaded, that card sucked. I don't remember its name off the top of my head. It was just some dumb dude. Just some lame guy. Another Oichus. Ugh. Oichus would be the plural of Oichu, I believe. Or the singular, actually. Maybe. Alright, we're just going for the God Hand. Oh yeah, I wasn't saying that it makes Paul more fair, I was just remarking on what makes the card interesting. Or, I was just remarking on the mechanic and the history. Frenzy's a pretty lame mechanic, yeah. Could not disagree. Not very interesting, not very well designed. Impossible to explore further.
System's fully charged. You'll only hurt yourself.
I can't hear it. That peaceful song.
Well, I like win at this point, right?
Pure energy becomes pure strength.
Hooray!
You can have one too. Here. This one.
Now I can hit him with the whale!
To end all conflict.
Whale, whale, whale. I wish I had more whales. This whales are freaking funny, dude. This whale is making me Lamau. Holy Lamau! I just ruffled with my whale.
It's up to me.
I don't know what I'm saying, guys. I'm going back to 20,001. I will always mention how boring Frenzy is, so get used to me saying so. That's fine, yeah. Frenzy's probably one of the worst designed mechanics. It's like they took the parts of Faith that were boring and were like, people loved that. People love a good linear deck that makes the decisions for you, right? And then people didn't play the cards very much, and they were like, well, I guess we better nerf them because nobody likes them, actually.
Guess I have no choice.
That's kind of how the story went. And then they buffed one of the decks and were like, wow, it's really not fun and we hate it, so we better nerf it really hard. Frenzy is a super, super failed mechanic. Green Frenzy was kind of fun, though. I like how it goes up, then back down, and you kind of, So, the one interesting thing with Frenzy is sometimes you will choose to make, like, a bad start, or, like, start at 5 to go for the Nut Troop, or you'd often start at 4 or 5 in Green Frenzy. That was kind of interesting. But after that single interesting decision, it's, like, the most basic deck. Faith did end up being very interesting because there was a ton of potential with how people built it. There was so much variety that people eventually... There was a lot of different Faith builds that were wildly different, is what I mean to say. A little greedy, not that greedy, but just a little greedy.
Pure energy becomes pure strength.
Now where do they go for the Hero Heart? They don't. Nice try, Dinkledorf. That's so mean, I don't know why I said that, but it definitely sounded really, really mean. If that works, I win. Oh no! Darn. Pretty good play. Oh, I was thinking of going for it, but surprisingly they couldn't block it.
It's up to me to find my
Wow.
purpose.
That was a little lucky. More than a little lucky, I think. But we were really far ahead. This is the best deck we've played other than the first deck, which kind of had peaks and valleys. Faith was very cool from a lore perspective. Always more damage to dole out. Heck yeah.
Is fighting the only answer?
That kind of
Just
rules.
itching for a fight, huh?
I'm all about more butts to kick. More bananas to dole out. Hopefully nobody got that joke. That was an American joke for my people who have eaten a dole banana. Let's dole out some banana punishment. You know, the level of sense I'm making really should indicate how close we are to stream ending. It looks like it's in 10 minutes, actually. Although I guess I can go for the full 15. Why not? Yatta-da! Almost 1900 AA. AA is not terrible. Japanese players love this deck. They're quite committed. This is the best way to level up Armor Bot.
Finished. Give up already.
Antibody Gel is like the most, has so many dedicated mains. You know there's somebody up high rank with it. Okay. I'm scared.
There's no point in talking. Just accept your fate.
To end all conflict.
None of it went to her, that sucked. You're joking me. Needs to be 7 or more, and it gives you the sort
You only hurt yourself.
But I'm still in it. You're finished. Give up
Oh darn. How am I gonna deal with it? Easily. Actually, now that I think about it, they've got a lot of juice in hand to... They got We're Friends juice. Oh, they have that too. That's not what I thought they were gonna use.
No, I can't. I can't let it end here.
Well, I had my cocky pop off to kill the guy. That was my one thing that I was like, yeah, that felt great. Coping about losing the match. Oh, darn. A Jill player actually winning the match from We Are Friends, or whatever the card is called. You and I are friends. I can tell that we are gonna be friends.
Now we're talking. All
Through the
preparations
park and by the bench and past the river to find the fence. Look at all the bugs we found. I can tell it's We Are Gonna Be Friends is the name of the White Stripes song, at least.
I can't stop yet.
Walk with me, Susie, through the park and by the tree. Da, 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 da. teacher marks my height against the wall. I love the White Stripes. That's like my favorite band ever. Jack White's so cool.
Any answer?
Another great hand that bodies them. A great way to end stream is by beating red players with green. Everybody agrees. Maybe a bit predictable, but a great way to end stream nonetheless. Unless we lose to them. That would be a slightly less good way to end stream. Action, please. Greedy. I guess I'll wait a second here. Yeah, Green Frenzy had a very, very short time of being interesting, which is when it came out. Frenzy, very poorly designed mechanic. I guess I feel like they had the idea for Red Frenzy and Green Frenzy and were like, the other colors can have it too. Even though they didn't have any juice for those other colors. Black Frenzy doesn't need Frenzy. It'd be better if it didn't have it. It'd be more interesting. It'd be more accurate to what it is, which is not a Frenzy deck. Well,
Systems fully charged.
the better player won. Just kidding. I mean, kidding, not kidding. I mean, it was a joke, but I didn't mean it.
I can't stop yet.
Yeah, I'm not saying Black Frenzy wasn't good. I'm just saying it wasn't designed to be an interesting Frenzy deck. There was like one card that was Frenzy related, which is Birdie, and Birdie sucked. Yeah, and Maiden totally proves the point I'm talking about. That's not a Frenzy card. Purple has the most interesting version of Frenzy. Not by, like, by accident, though. They didn't, like, intend it to be that way. They didn't, like, make it that way on purpose. On release, it didn't have any of the ghost loops. It didn't do anything. On design, they truly it was truly failed cardboard. Truly failed digital cardboard. Which is another reason that like Frenzy is probably the worst designed mechanic ever. Because one of the 4 decks for Frenzy straight up did not work. It didn't do anything. It was so sad. Because a lot of those cards were cool and a lot of people were excited to play with them. And put a lot of waste. I even made a video on Purple Frenzy, which is now a fun little artifact. I don't look at it as wasted time for that video, at least. I look at it as documenting the time when the deck sucked. But at the same time, when the deck was good, that video kind of got some views, at least a couple, and I was like, I hope you guys are not building this version compared to the one that you're supposed to build. Frenzy, yeah. Fun little tangent. I appreciate the Frenzy hate from chat. Because I think I agree wholeheartedly that Frenzy is bad. Well, that's unfortunate. At least we've got MP boost. And then it seems like we've got maybe one game left after this one. Let's freaking go. No!
Becomes pure strength.
Yeah, Revenge Wesker is a well-designed card. Definitely an interesting card, but I guess I shouldn't like mark out all the cards. It's just the I'm just building this general narrative that they really didn't know what they were doing with those cards. And black kind of seals that to me. Purple was a failure. Black, they didn't really need to have it be that way. Purple and green, I mean red and green, they clearly had the idea. Or at least green. Green seems like the only one where they had any inspiration. Wow.
Critical damage sustained. So much.
I should have waited a second in case they respawned so I could bosh his. They didn't though. My eyes are lighting up. The dopamine activated when I saw this hero sword on the top. That's the dopamine activator. Let's hit him with the dopamine. I'm also really excited for set reveal. I'm probably gonna, the last one didn't perform very well, but I'm probably gonna make a video, for, reacting to some cards, analyzing if I think they're good or not. And I was wrong last time, I feel like, about a lot of them. Like, I think I said Hunter, I didn't think seemed that good. Hunter, Thibodeau, which I was obviously very wrong about. So I would like to do that again. Even if not very many people watch it. At least, especially after that the initial release. But it's fun stuff to make. Reaction content's pretty easy to make too. Deck profiles obviously take a little longer, and then the thing that takes the longest is a tier list, which is why I didn't end up doing one this season, even though I said I wanted to. Maybe I'll make one and just share it on Twitter rather than editing it to a video. But at the same time, a lot of the... That's what part of why I didn't do a legendary tier list update is because it's not super relevant, a lot of these old legendaries. It's the epics and the cards that they buffed. Like, none of the black legendaries really... Well, I guess Goddess Dagger matters, but... Not interesting enough to talk about Goddess Dagger to make a video on it. I'll probably do a tier list update next season for my legendary tier list. Because there were a couple of things that I was a little off base on. Like, I think I overrated Devil Trigger a little bit. Even though it's a super versatile card, it deserves at least a B, but I gave it like an A+ or something. Obviously, those are always just like general, only my own impressions and just like how I'm feeling at the time, so. I'd have liked a Miria buff. Dude, you don't say. It's like they intend... I really don't know how they missed that one. Like, their R&D really confuses me at times. Alright. Alright, we're about to cross the 2-hour mark. I think it's probably, if we get a dub, this is the last match, I think. So I gotta be up tomorrow, and gotta play more Marvel. I want to learn that Juggernaut BB Hood team, and then maybe I'll put Blackheart as the last character. I wanted to play a little Blackheart, and I haven't learned him yet. Because I love a cheesy character that people hate. Whatever you do, move Proto Man down on the tier list. He was. I remember my reasoning for putting him up high was that he was popular, not because I thought the card was strong. He was just like kind of popping off that week or so. I literally, as I was talking about Proto Man on the tier list, I was like, I don't really think this card's that strong. But I'd been seeing a lot of people playing it at the time, so I felt like it had to be up there. Ooh.
Peaceful song.
Suddenly, we're back in this again. Gotta be kidding me. We lost from frickin' 30. I think I put him at C. That's too high. Harsh.
Pure energy becomes pure strength.
Trying to think if I can win this. I wonder if I can win it with Rajang. Let's get it on with Rajang.
Come on, Harry.
Rude. But they're kind of desperate to stop me. I was really counting myself out of this match. Would be a shame if they have one card that they just have to place to kill it all. It's a sad reality sometimes. Alright, we're gonna go for it.
Becomes pure strength.
You know I love Proto Man, but he sucks in the Teps. He's not good, but he's not like the worst card ever. But yeah, I agree he's not good. Alright. This is about where I want to end stream, even though we got beat on the last match. This is about where I want to end. I've talked about all my stuff I want to talk about. I've played the decks I want to play. We made some good laughs, and we had some good battles and such. It was a good stream, and I thank you all for your time and your viewership. That super common cop that kills everyone. Yeah, there was a lot to deal with that match. Let's do one more for luck. Try to end on a big dub. I'll give you this will be the one last little bonus match as I make my way off into the night. Yeah, we got some good frenzy hate in there. I forgot about that. That was fun as well. Not something I would normally do, but an easy mechanic to hate when it's so half-baked. Alright, this is our last shot at glory for the night against Shadow Blade. Hopefully they don't draw Jury. This is a deck that I could hate on, but it's too easy. There's not even anything to hate on, except for the one card that is the deck. I'm not even meaning to hate right now, except for maybe a little bit, but I'm really not. I need to stop streaming before I say Jury sucks, which she do. She sucks female butts because she is a gay coded character. Maybe not. I don't know enough about Street Fighter to know if she's gay coded or not, but she do be cute. I'm a Jury fan, except not this Jury. You can hear the pain in my voice at dealing with this Jury here. Upon whom?
Throw down your weapons and surrender.
I'll go for Hero Sword if I need to. No! No! The double negates, you gotta be joking me, dude. What a sad, sad way to end stream. Against my most hated deck of all. A moment too late. It wouldn't have killed her though. She's way too cracked out at this point. The second Jury. Dang, I wish I'd ended stream one match earlier so I didn't have to experience that. Oh. I hate it. Dude, that second negate really got me. That second negate was unreal. Who activates two negates in a row? Absolutely getting styled on for the last match. I enjoyed this stream. There were some ups and downs for sure. We did both very well and very not well with Nerg, and the same happened with X. So I think it was a very balanced stream. I did a little bit of tryharding and I did a little bit of memeing it up, talking about dumb stuff. So thank you guys for putting up with that. As always, it's always fun to talk about the stuff I'm having fun with. And once again, I'd love it if any of you join the TEPLORD's Discord. Like I mentioned, it's possible we might run MVC2 in the TEPLORD's Discord at some point. Or just do some room matches in general. I think that would be fun. We created some matchmaking rooms in there for anybody who wants to do 1v1s or whatever. So check out the TEPLORD's Discord if you want a new place to gather. It's a lot of fun there. Or we want more people to be around. It was a lot of fun. As always, I'm Sconchulus. Thank you guys for coming out. I will see you in the next one.